What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Thank you all so very much for being here. I really appreciate you. Everybody trickling in at this time. Thanks so much. Everybody that's watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. What is up, Jake? How are you?
I am good. 2 game win streak.
We're on it. We're on it. It's a beautiful
Yes,
thing, and we need that to continue. We need that to keep
absolutely.
on
Love the
happening.
momentum.
So what did you think of? Yeah, because we did a live stream before the game started, so we haven't really
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
First, what did you think of that game? Give me your perspective.
Ooh, that was a crazy game, especially for us not to shoot the best from 3 point. We only shot 27%. I mean, but for us to still come away and win that game. But no, I thought it was a good game. Fast paced. I think that we play better when we're running a fast paced basketball. Like I think when we try to slow things down, be more methodical, be more surgical with things. I don't think that's Laker style basketball at the moment. I feel like we play better when we're running in transition, pushing the ball up the court. I feel like that's how we need to play. But in order for us to play like that, Darvin Ham needs to keep doing what he is doing and switching out the rotation. Like he's been very very good at this rotation lineup. I will say like he is subbing guys in at the right time. Like I'm really liking what he's doing. And Lonnie freaking Walker, put his
Yes.
name in all caps, led the team in scoring for the game. I gotta give it to him. He was playing his out of his mind. like, I mean, but a lot of the players are playing good. No, I like the game. That last play though, I have to give no disrespect to Matt Ryan, great shot, and he was shooting pretty good, but I have to give credit to that man Reeves for that pass though. Like
Oh yeah,
he
beautiful,
pinpointed that pass perfectly.
gorgeous,
I don't feel like
gorgeous.
I don't feel like we're like giving enough attention to that. Like he pinpointed that pass, like he gave it to him like right where he needed to catch the ball. But yeah, it was a crazy shot. The falling out of balance, that was a crazy shot. I do want to know what Pat Bev said to him afterwards though, because like he was going on hype and Pat Bev like was trying to calm him down for whatever reason. And I don't know. I don't know if he was like, bro, your foot was on the line. Like I don't know what it was,
Making
but
sure
like
making sure he didn't
if
get a technical or something, maybe.
oh maybe yeah, because if you watch the replay of it, like Pat Bev was like chasing him around the court and like trying to get him to like calm down. But yeah, I kind of want to know what Pat Bev was
Trying
saying.
trying to get him not to have like a delay a game or something.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
But good game. I loved it. Zion is freaking beast. But
yeah, yeah, absolutely. It was a great win. It was a great game. Russ continued to do well. He had a better
yeah,
first half than he did a second half.
yeah,
6 turnovers. He's got to watch that. Although, like 2 or 3 of those turnovers weren't his fault. Like he had that one just beautiful pass to Troy Brown,
mm,
and Troy
yeah,
and
yeah.
Troy Brown just dropped it. But Russ gets the turnover for that, and then he had another one to Win and Gabriel where he just wrapped around, dumped it down, and Windon just dropped it. So again, no, that's his fault again too. Like those two, I don't really blame him. But other than that, he continues to look strong and good off the bench. I really like that. I like how he's embraced that. 2-0. Walker is validating why the Lakers gave him the mid level exception. Um, you know, um, None. I'm surprised. Like none got literally got a DNP. So that dude, like he's completely out of the rotation now, which is crazy. But
Yeah.
all in all, I still think that the Lakers. That's a game that they shouldn't have came down to that. That was a game that they should have won. They look great in the third quarter. We got to do better in the third quarter. We got to. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, because we were
we were
leading
up
most of the game.
16. We were up 16 at one point in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know why we gave up that lead. I really don't.
Just
Like,
poor decision making, poor shot selection. Taking careless threes, stuff like that, instead of doing what got us the lead. But turnovers too. But we got to
and
do a
Troy
better job in
Brown
those.
stepping up.
Yeah, yeah. But all in all, like I like what we saw. We need to go in, get this W tonight, and then as far as like tonight's game, the Jazz. Look, Jazz are playing good basketball. You know, they they're what 6-3 right now. Laurie Markin looks like the next superstar. So Anthony Davis or whoever's guarding him needs to do a good job on him. They do. They have a really good squad. So this isn't going to be. I don't think this is going to be a cakewalk. I hope it is. I'd love to get like a 20-point win,
Oh yeah, no,
especially with Utah. The teams that they've beaten,
yeah,
they've beaten like Memphis twice. I think they've beaten Denver. Like they're beating like legit playoff teams. So
yeah.
I'd really like to see that sort of shape up and work out. And we get a good win, strong win today. Because if we
Not to mention
do,
a three, a 3 win streak would be
yeah,
nice for us.
it'd be nice. If we can win tonight, then we're 3-5. The Cavs look like, as I was talking to you about off camera, the Cavs look like damn near unbeatable right now. But
Yeah,
like it's
I know
always those
The Cavs are
games.
beating everybody.
Dude, Cavs look really good.
They do.
But it's usually how it goes, where it's like the team that you don't think is going to that you think is going to get ran over ends up not getting ran over, especially if they're on a win streak. That's why I think this win tonight is so important because we'd be on a 3-game win streak.
Yeah,
We're going into Cleveland. Cleveland is on like a tear right now. They're like 7-1 or something crazy like that. You get in there, you do it, like you get the W. Like that
if we
just
can beat
sends.
Cleveland, that's a
If we can beat
huge
Cleveland,
booster
that's
for
going to
us.
be huge. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then on top of that, then we play Utah again. Now, if we can beat Utah again, which it's always hard to beat a team twice. And I mean, look at Denver. Denver beat us, and then we beat them
yeah,
again. That was the start of our win streak and stuff. But if we could beat Utah twice, even if we lose to the Cavs, we can beat Utah twice. Then
yeah,
we're what, 4-6
yeah. 4 and
going
6.
in
Well,
going into the
yeah,
Clipper game.
4 and
So
5. No, four. Yeah, four
if
and
we
five,
if
right?
we if we beat if we because we play Utah twice and then we play the
Yeah.
Cavs in between Utah twice. So if we beat Utah
Oh,
both
gotcha.
times, then that
Yeah,
would
yeah,
give us 4 wins. If we beat the Cavs, then we're 5-5 going into that Clipper game. If we
yeah,
lose to the Cavs, then we're 4-5 going into that Clipper game. And the Clippers don't look very good right now, so we could end up. It's if we can beat if we let's say we beat Utah twice. If we
yeah,
can beat Cleveland, we literally could be over 500 and by like the ninth or whatever it is.
yeah.
So like
That
it literally
that
this
Clippers
time
win is
next week.
huge too because
You
like
said
they already
what?
beat us once. I said the Clippers win would be huge
Oh, it
because
would be. Yeah.
they already beat us once. It's just like the Denver situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we can beat some of these teams that beat us earlier on in the season, I feel like that shows improvement. We watch
Absolutely.
film. Because that shows just
Make
adjustments. Because
adjustments.
exactly. Because more than
Absolutely.
likely, like if a team has beat you, they're going to come out with the same defensive scheme, same offensive schemes to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Because you've
Yeah.
seen this before. It's worked against us so far. But if we can, make adjustments, it just shows our ability to kind of adjust, which I think always helps during playoff time when we have to face the same team for potentially 7 games. So
Yeah. I agree. But we do. We need big games from everybody. We need the LeBron James that we know and love. LeBron's been kind of slacky lately.
it's been weird. It's been like hot and cold, but it's like been in games, not like a hot game,
Yeah.
cold game. It's been like certain
Yeah.
moments inside of games where you see it and you're like, oh man, LeBron's back, but then like he disappears and it's
Yeah.
it's it's strange.
So we need him to step up today. We need Russ obviously to come off the bench, be good. We need Walker and a couple of the other guys to continue to perform and deliver. Yeah, we can go. I have confidence tonight. We're on a 2-game win streak. We're feeling good. We're feeling confident. We're doing things that seem to be working. I still think our shots start falling at some point. I mean, like even LeBron, for
Yeah,
example, like LeBron, he's shooting like 25% or something like that, 24% from three. Like he's not a 24% 3-point shooter. You know what I mean? Like he's not an
yeah,
elite, like he's not a, 42% 3-point shooter, but he's which to be fair, LeBron's always kind of been like a streaky shooter, right? Like
yeah,
he'll have a month where he can't shoot a ball into the ocean. And
yeah,
then like the next month he's the opposite, where it's like he can't miss and he shoots like 50%. I think it was Nick Wright from First Things First. I think
Oh yeah.
I was watching something about like where he was breaking it down. He was talking about that too, and he was like, yeah, he's like LeBron will shoot like 42%, like 1 month, and then like 20% the next month, and then like at the end of the year it just averages to 36. I was like, that's now that you think about it, yeah, I guess that's kind of true. Um, but yeah, it's we need. I do think the shooting will end up picking up. And then once that
Yeah.
happens, I'm curious to see how this team goes. I
Because it
just
was
like I
great
said,
against Denver. Not so great
yeah,
last night. Not for at least not from 3 point, but it was great against Denver. If we could have
yeah.
another Denver shooting night and we could,
But
stay within the
the
30
thing is, like,
percentile.
I want them to add, like, because here's my problem. Like, I don't want a 43% 3 point shooting game and then a 20% the next game. Like, I'd rather them just add, I'd
Well,
rather them be,
yeah,
I'd rather them shoot like 33% every game consistently. And
yeah,
then, and then one game, yeah, maybe one game you shoot 45% from three. And then, 3 games later, you shoot, 25%. Okay, I can understand that, right? You have good nights, bad nights, but
yeah,
it's like we've shot like 25%, 43%, back
yeah,
down to 25%, and it's just so I'm hoping everyone will start averaging out, and then once guys average out, that'll help our offense because we have a top right now. We still have a top three defense in the league, and
yeah,
then if we have a top three defense, the problem is we're like a bottom three offense. So if we can just get our offense clicking and going, I think we'll be in a much better position. Well, obviously we'd be in a much better position, but
yeah.
I can we do that? Um, and then Anthony Davis, we need a monster game from Anthony Davis because they don't have
We do.
anybody that can guard him or stop him on the
Utah.
Jazz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So he needs to feast. He needs to feast. Yeah, because although I know he's a little hobbled and stuff, but he does.
Yeah.
He's got to do it. But it's going to come down to team effort. But let's say hi to some peeps in the chat. We got a bunch of people in the chat. Thank you all so very much for being here, by the way, again. And don't forget to subscribe. Like and subscribe. Oh, here, I should do the little banner thing. Huh? That'd be good. Yeah, there you go. There you go. See, look. Now I don't have to talk.
What's up, Speed Chaser?
What is up? What is up? Hard to believe that Kyrie isn't a Laker yet. I don't. I actually think it'll be a while.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna either go two ways. I really would be shocked, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this too, and we can dive into some of the Kyrie talk. But
Yeah.
I would be shocked if Kyrie plays for the Brooklyn Nets again. One, they told him he's unfit to be a Brooklyn Net. Like if you
Yeah,
told me
that
I'm
was strong
unfit,
language. I was
yeah,
like, whoa. I was
yes.
like,
Imagine working
yeah,
at a job and they tell you you're unfit to work for the company. I'd be like,
I know.
okay, you can go,
Yeah.
F yourself.
I'm
I'm
like,
out of here. Like, there's no way.
Jesus.
There's no way. Like I like that. I mean, that was something. You know.
Yeah.
Two, um, I just think like the Brooklyn Nets, they want him to go to like counseling. Like you're gonna force him to go to counseling, right? Like, is he
Yeah.
really gonna do that? And then they want him to go meet with like Jewish leaders. Like, what does that solve? Like,
No, I mean,
what is he supposed to just sit there and tell and listen to them tell him how he's like his beliefs are wrong? And like, I don't know, like, what are you trying to solve? Like, what do you want Kyrie to go apologize to the Jewish leaders on camera? Is that the
yeah.
goal? Like, like I'd like some clarification on that. Like, what are you trying to resolve here? Right? Like what's the end goal? And then I don't see Kyrie doing all this stuff. He's gonna have to make he's gonna have to do like a press conference at some point, just because of the way that this is blown up. At some
Yeah.
point, sooner or later, he's gonna have to come in, sit down, answer the hard questions, have the tough conversation. But
Well, you know what we're gonna get, and what we need. I think we need a one-on-one interview with Kyrie, not like a group interview. I
the
think we just
problem
need
is people aren't gonna want that. Like that's the problem. Like
like
they should have
no, really like get a Stephen A. or I don't know somebody who can really ask the tough questions,
sit them
but
down. Yeah.
also to not like it's like literally like this fest of like you're getting questions from multiple different directions. Like some people think that's good, but it's like, I mean, yeah, it's gonna force him to kind of like he's gonna get questions like his next press conference. He's gonna get questions from everybody in all
Oh,
left side. Like
it's
it's
gonna be
it's gonna
insane.
it's gonna
I
be
do not
yeah.
envy him at all having to sit there
No.
and answer all those questions. But I I do. I think it's gonna go one of two ways. I think either the Nets go through this, Kyrie ends up, they're going to want him to go through therapy or something. He's going to be like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then they're
Yeah.
just going to buy him out. And that'll be that. And then very likely what'll happen is he'll go to the Lakers. But I would imagine the
Do you
Lakers.
think Genie's you think they're gonna take him? I don't know
Oh,
though. I don't.
absolutely. You get him for a vet minimum. You're paying him $2 million. You got LeBron James. Like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah,
But
that's a steal when you're gonna pay Kyrie Irving $2 million. Like,
or 2.5 million, whatever it is, whatever his
yeah,
vet minimum is. I think it's like 2.6, 2.7. But because but here's the thing. I don't like, let's say the Nets cut him today, right? Let's say we
yeah,
got an announcement right this second that Kyrie is bought out by the Nets and the Nets let him go. I don't think the Lakers will sign him immediately. I
mhm,
think what the Lakers will do is they'll tell him, look, we're going to sign you. You're going to come here, but you're going to have to, because you're going to have to do this regardless. You're
yeah,
going to have to go do a press conference. We're not going to make you do the counseling. We're not going to make you meet with all these leaders. We're not going to make you do all that stuff, but you're going to have to do a press conference either way.
yeah,
So go do the press conference on your own, get through that bullshit. We'll let it marinate for like a week, and
yeah,
then we'll bring you in. That's what I think will end up happening. Is because if you're the Lakers, you're not going to want to be the team that has the banner behind him while he's giving a press conference about this. Like he's sitting there answering questions and it just says Lakers. Like that's not what you want.
yeah.
Although I
No,
do think, and I really believe this, could be completely wrong, but I believe this, that if Kyrie, like, you want to make all this Kyrie shit go away,
yeah,
if he was traded to the Lakers right now, it would immediately go away. I mean, not entirely, because like Adam Silver still wants to meet with Kyrie, all
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff. But because here's the thing, the media doesn't give a shit. The media doesn't care that he said anti-Semitic stuff. The media doesn't
yeah.
care about that. They want the headlines, the money, and the narrative. That is it. And we've seen it time and time again. How do you get something to stop? You give them a new narrative that is making them money and is the headlines that they want. Kyrie Irving to the Lakers is that headline. If Kyrie went to the Lakers, all this like, oh, Kyrie's a racist stuff immediately all goes away. It's all
Yeah.
gone. That's it.
So it's pretty much the same thing with like Udoka. Pretty much is like the same
Yeah.
concept. You know what I mean? Like different team, get him out of here.
Yeah, it's just it is. That's and I just think sooner or later they're gonna have to waive him. Not just that, but like here's the thing. Like, what's next? Right? Because here's the thing. As much as I have defended Kyrie,
Yeah,
he does do and say a lot of dumb shit. Like, remove this recent incident. Like, he just like took off for like 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever to like clear his head in the middle of a season. Him just, some of the stuff that he posts and just says and stuff. Look,
yeah.
I am all for him saying that stuff. I've said this a million times. We live in a free country, freedom of speech. You
No, you
say it.
can't. You
I
can't
don't.
crucify somebody for their
Yeah,
beliefs. No
exactly.
matter
I
what
don't know.
those are. Yeah,
Exactly. I
not
I
not in
am
this country.
nobody to
Yeah,
judge. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I am nobody to judge. I am nobody. I've said stupid shit in my life. We've all said stupid shit in our life. We've all done stupid shit in our life. It's just being human, right? But
yeah,
he does draw, maybe a better way to phrase this is he does draw a lot of negative attention.
yeah,
Okay. Whether it's warranted or not, he does. And so the thing is that sooner or later, something else is going to happen. And something else is going to be that negative attention.
yeah,
And again, whether it's warranted or not, it's going to happen. And if you're the Nets, you cannot keep going through this. at some point, you got to say enough is enough, especially if you're going to hire Ime Udoka, because you're going to go through a shitstorm with that. So, like, at some point, you got to think. And Stephen A. Smith today said, I got to do a video on this later. But Stephen A. Smith today even said that, Joe Tsai is done with Kyrie. He wants nothing to do with Kyrie Irving, right?
Yeah.
So, if that's true,
If
you
not
got to
Adam
imagine.
Silver himself.
Yeah, well, Adam Silver. So, like, that's why I think what happens is, could be wrong, just a guess. So don't quote me, everybody. But I think what ends up happening is very likely you'll see the 5-game suspension. Adam Silver will sit down with him next week. We'll get whatever that report is. That report likely, even if it's not, that report likely will be, oh, it went great. Because the NBA is not going to want to. The NBA is not going to want this to keep getting dragged out. This is just a black eye for the NBA. So they're gonna end up. Adam Silver's gonna have his talk with Kyrie. It's gonna go great. After that goes great, I think shortly after that, Kyrie gets traded or bought out. Because I just don't think like any team is going to do anything with that or with Kyrie until the Adam Silver thing is done. And then I think if he gets bought out, then I think the Lakers say, you're going to go do your press conference.
Yeah.
After you're done with your press conference, we're going to bring you in and you're going to come here. And I think he'll go and he'll do that press conference and he'll try his best to be a model citizen.
Yeah.
Just sit there and say what he's got to say. And then, they'll kind of take it from there is what would be my guess if I had to guess.
I can see that. I do think that you're right on the other teams because it affects company revenue, and like anything that affects their revenue, they don't want. If you're gonna bring in something to your organization that's potentially gonna, take down your revenue in any kind of way, like obviously you don't want to make that move. But I actually see this going a little differently. I feel like Adam Silver may sit down with him and give him an ultimatum, like either A, you do this on a press conference per my rules. Obviously, he's not going to tell them what to say. You can't do that. But I feel like he's going to give him an ultimatum.
I don't know. They might at this point.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, but by the way they're acting, yeah, I mean, no, but
even that apology seemed like a PR. That seemed like a PR manager apology. That's what that seemed like. And there was no image, no nothing. It's just a black screen with
it doesn't. Yeah, no. I was like, I feel like somebody wrote this for you. But no, and I truly feel like I think that like Adam Silver's gonna sit down and say, here, you do this, or unfortunately, I'm gonna remove you from representing the NBA. And if he don't get me wrong, if Adam Silver does that, he will have a lot of pushback, I'm sure, from everybody, like a lot of people. But I just feel like that's where it's going because the thing is like he's had too many of these instances. I mean, who cares if he says like the earth is like flat or round or whatever? Like, okay, that doesn't really affect, your company, your that's not really affecting the brand, who you represent, nothing like that. But when he goes and says these kind of things, I think that's when like Adam Silver's like, okay, I'm finished. You know what I mean?
It's a bad look. Like, and I do understand that. I do understand that, like I said, my problem isn't people trying to hold him accountable for what he did. My problem is turning it into a witch hunt because like that's not what this should have been. Like he posted that, he gave no context, all of that stuff. And whether he should have posted it or not, whatever. If he shouldn't have posted, I haven't read the book and I haven't watched the movie, nor will I probably do either. So I'm not going to speak on the book or the movie. I'm not going to assume because I hear people saying it's not, I hear people saying it is. I don't know. I haven't read it. So I'm not going to speak on something that I don't know. But what I do know is he posted something without context and immediately everybody was like racist, right? And then after everybody called him a racist, then you get into my favorite thing is the reporter. I'm blanking on the reporter. Speedy, I know you're in the chat. What was the reporter's name that I'm blanking on it? Speedy, what was the reporter's name that Kyrie got into the beef with? Let me know in the chat so I can see it. But anyway, got into the argument with that reporter. And that reporter just blew this whole thing up because people were asking questions and he was answering the questions and all that stuff. But then
Yeah.
he took that to like a completely different Nick Friedel. Thank you, Speedy. Nick Friedel. The problem with that was Nick Friedel took it to a completely different place. He connected him to Alex Jones and said, "Oh, like so
That's Nick
you
though. That's him his entire like
yes,
reporting
but it
career. Like, yeah,
but
no,
that
no,
is
I'm not justifying it.
no, no, no,
It's a
but no, no,
it's annoying.
exactly.
He's
But I'm
pissed off
saying
so
like
many athletes. Like, yeah, no, I'm not
it
justifying
was
it
insane.
at all.
How do you go? He literally painted in the racist context for everybody to run with, and
Yeah,
nobody's pointed that out. Not one.
yeah,
I haven't seen one effing because I'm on a live stream, so I got to be careful. I can't cuss the way I can in a video. But like I haven't seen one of them talk about. Everyone's talked about Nick Friedel doing the whole having the conversation and stuff like that. But nobody
yeah.
points out that he made a random connection at a left field because Alex Jones once talked about the book in the
Mm-hmm.
movie too. So
Yeah.
what? If Alex Jones talks about eating McDonald's, nobody can fucking eat McDonald's or go to McDonald's or talk about McDonald's. It makes no sense. How do you
Yeah.
go from he didn't say, hey, I saw you posted that. What is that about? Like why? Like, please. Like nobody did that. Not one
Yeah.
person sat down and said, Kyrie, look, you posted this thing. Like, why? What was that about? Like
Yeah.
everybody
Exactly.
immediately was like racist. So why are you racist? Why are you anti-Semitic? Why are you this? And then everyone just expected Kyrie to be like, I'm sorry. My apologies. Like I would have been like, fuck you. Like no, I would have been worse than Kyrie. I probably would have been canceled. Like for sure. Because there's just I don't know how you make those connections. You're
Yeah.
grasping for straws.
Took something you made literally made
You
something
took
out of like literally
yes.
like nothing.
You took something that could have been a simple question and just a simple conversation of like, hey, you posted this. This has negative, backings behind it. What are your thoughts? Like, I'd like to know why you did that. That is journalism. That is reporting. Please
Yeah.
explain to me. And then
Well,
Kyrie gets
accurate
to talk.
journalism is about the facts. Like that's good
Yes.
journalism. Like
What are
yeah.
the facts? And then if you felt okay, like Alex Jones, Kyrie Irving, they're teaming up together, scheming. Like, okay, why wouldn't you ask that instead of accusing him?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't say, hey, Alex Jones recently in the past has brought this book up. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Why do you have a connection? Do you have any? No, it was Alex. Like, do you support Alex Jones? Because, and he's like, I do not support Alex Jones. I do not support this thing. Well, then why would you post that? Because it's a fucking book in a movie you can buy on Amazon right now. Like,
Yeah.
that's why, you idiot. Like, it just, they took something that could have been easily resolved and easily understood, and they just blew it up. And
Yeah.
it just kept getting worse and building worse and building worse. That's the problem I have. Kyrie, like we live in what is supposed to be a free society, free speech.
Yeah.
You can go
It's
outside without
supposed to
getting
be.
without getting your face blown off for like wearing something or saying something or doing whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's the world we live in. And my problem is that we live in a society where it's like if you don't believe and you don't conform and you don't like what like I do, then you're a bad person and you're going down. And I don't understand it. Like I could give two shits what anybody says, unless it affects me directly. Like if you're saying something about my kids or something like that, yes, then you're probably getting punched in the mouth. But if it's just like, if you're just saying shit, like you said earlier, like Kyrie saying the earth is flat, why do I care? It does.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
It has no bearings on me. It has no bearings on my life. It has no bearings on nothing. He's a basketball player. I don't give a shit. I care about him going and giving me 30 if he's on the Lakers.
See, and that's my thing too. I just feel like we get so far away from basketball. Like
we do.
Let's play basketball. Like this is the NBA. Like the Brooklyn Nets have got so distracted with this that like, what is their assistant coach right now? Is now the head coach?
Yeah.
Like they got other issues to worry about. I just think like the conversation is like this has nothing to do with like him on the court. Like
yeah,
it gets so political and business, and I understand like you to a certain extent. You have to be careful how you model yourself, representing arguably one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world. I understand that, but at the same time, you can't forget what it's all about. Play basketball. He said something. Okay, if he's gonna apologize, let him apologize, and that should be the end of it. Like
Yeah.
his apology got people more upset than when he actually is
Which
like.
means it wasn't about the apology, which was my
Exactly.
point from the beginning. Nobody. That's why I say if you get in trouble, don't fucking apologize anymore. Because it used to be there was a point in society where if I fucked up, I said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I messed up, my bad," and everyone went cool, and they moved on with their fucking lives. We don't live in
Exactly.
that world anymore. We live in a
Nope.
world where they want you to do whatever. Like
Yeah.
like I even said in an earlier video, we go like everyone wants Kyrie to say exactly what they want, but Kyrie was well, it got rejected, but that was their decision. Kyrie
Yeah.
tried to donate $500,000 to an anti-hate group or whatever.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I like why then they
they
denied it.
denied it. They denied it because Kyrie didn't say thank you.
See, like see that
Actions
right
speak
there.
louder than words.
No, see that right there. You tell okay. Oh look, I get he has so much money, but he literally put his hard-earned money, and it is hard-earned, hard-earned money, one way or the other.
Especially for
He
him.
spent his whole life trying to become a professional basketball player. These guys are the best in the world. My point is, he put his hard-earned money and donated that, and you turn around and throw it back in your face. He does that as a form of an apology, but then you turn around, throw it back in your face, and say, "No, we don't want this because of what?" Like,
Because people don't want what they say they want. They want to see you fall apart. They want to see you get destroyed. They don't care because half these people are miserable and have nothing in their lives. So they have nothing better to do. I have never once been like seen or heard somebody say something and been like, I want to spend hours of my life trying to cancel them. I have too many better things to do than waste my time, energy, and effort trying to silence somebody or shut them down. Why do I care? Say whatever you want. Now, if he went, like I said, and like put a call to action, hey, we're, rounding up all the people and here grab your pitchforks and stuff, let's go, then I would have been like, yes, he deserves to
yeah,
like you need somebody needs to do something about this, right? But that's not what happened here. Like if he like when did we start just making stuff up for what people mean? Like when and my biggest problem is the journalism aspect. Look, people on the internet can say whatever they want. Like if we're going to talk about free country, it's free country. Say what you want. You want to say something bad about me, say something bad about me. You want to say something nice about me, say something nice about me. You want to say that I'm this, that, and the other, go ahead. I don't care. Like it's the
yeah,
internet. You're nobody. Like you're just some random person that doesn't even have a profile pic most of the time, the people that are doing it. Like I don't care. But a journalist, that is your job, your integrity to properly
yeah,
analyze and go about it in a true art professional manner, and that's
yeah,
not what this was. We've lost true journalism. There isn't true journalism anymore because it's not about getting the truth, the facts, and the stories. Like we see false fake information constantly in today's world. I mean, like it's just insane
yeah.
because there's no true journalism anymore. People don't care about reporting the truth anymore. They care about like what is going to get clicks, headlines, and likes. And that's not how it should be. What did Kyrie do something wrong? Sure. Should Kyrie
Yeah,
have
we're not even like we're not even like debating that point. You know what I mean? Like it's not
yeah,
like you know what I mean? Like nobody's really disagreeing on that point. But how it got handled in the terms of the
exactly.
NBA and the media, I feel like is a little extreme. Like that reporter, what was his name? Nick. Yeah, Nick.
Nick Frieda.
He was like he literally was like hounding. Like yeah, like he
It's like
was
Kyrie
hounding
said,
him.
you just want your headline and your viral video, which is true. That's all he wanted.
Yeah,
And
and
look what
it's
happened.
Kyrie
He
too. They
got
would
it.
not have done this to LeBron. Like you know what I mean?
Of course not.
they would not have done this to like certain players. I feel like they did it to Kyrie because they know that he has a history of like controversial things, but two, they felt like they could kind of. I don't know if they want to say. I don't know if belittle is the correct word I want to use, but that's what it almost seems like. They want him to get on his knees and apologize and beg for the leagues and the fans forgiveness.
Yeah,
He didn't
that's
say
exactly the
like
point.
he didn't say like I want to kill babies. Like he didn't say any of that. Like you know what I mean? Like
He
he could
didn't
have
say
said
anything. He just
like
posted
yeah,
an image.
exactly.
Like everyone just assumed immediately. Like, what if the reason he posted it was to denounce it? What if he was like, this is trash, don't read it? But everyone just assumed immediately racist. Like, can people have an opportunity to explain themselves or have a conversation without being attacked? Like, because that's the thing. Everyone's like, Kyrie should have done this and should have done that. They didn't have him. It wasn't a normal press conference where everyone sat down and had a conversation with him. It was everybody gaining up and trying. Why are you a racist? Why are you this? Why are you that? Like, I would be like, most people, their response when they're being attacked is to just either attack back or just like get out of the situation, right? Fight or flight, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's like a defense mechanism, like one way or the
yes,
other.
they were trying to get a reaction. They got a reaction. That's what they wanted. That's not giving somebody a fair
And
opportunity.
LeBron says it all the time. LeBron will literally sit there and tell the reporter, like, I can just tell you guys are just trying to get a reaction. Like,
Yeah, you're just trying to get something out of me. Exactly. That's exactly
like
what
they
it
try
is.
to get him to like bad talk Russ like all day long. He's like, I can tell like you guys are just trying to get me to slip up and say something. He was like, I'm not. And that's why I don't blame some of these athletes because like, how they are with the media. I really don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Because whatever. I don't know.
I think everybody should go back to beast mode and just be like, look, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Don't say anything to him. Yeah, but then that's the thing though, is the media will paint these pictures and just purposely do stuff to try to get a reaction out of players. And then when you get like response and then they'll try to paint a narrative and people get upset at like players like Russell Westbrook, right? Because Russ will just sit there and be like, execution, concentrate, whatever, like, yeah, we competed. Like every question that gets asked is like, yeah, we competed tonight.
Funny.
And then they're like, well, how did you compete? Why did you compete? He's like, we competed tonight. And it's like, why is he doing that? Because if he says anything else, let's go. That's the way to start it off with a 3. If anybody says anything that isn't just like a one-word answer, they take it out of context, they run with it, they say all it's
well, yeah, they stretch it to the moon and back. Like,
yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Let's go 5-0 money. But let's answer some questions before we.
Troy Brown, I'm sorry. Last game he was going crazy. He got like 17 points.
He has. He's been solid. He's been really good since he got back from injury, which is crazy because he didn't have to. Like usually, like guys come back from an injury like that, and it takes a little time to like get back into the swing of things. And he did it. He was like game 1. Like
speaking of injuries, do you think that we could get a healthy AD for the rest of the season?
No, I mean he's gonna miss games. He's definitely gonna miss games. But how many?
I feel like they should load management a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully not much. But awesome pass by Austin. Yeah. I want Kyrie to be a Laker just so Tyler stops posting videos about him 3 times a day. Come to Lakers, LOL. Hey, I'm gonna milk this shit. Okay, so I try to grow subscribers and make a paycheck. I'll talk about Kyrie. I have another Kyrie video coming out tomorrow. I got 3 more scheduled.
I was about to say it's both channels.
I know for this. Hey, we're trying to make an honest living here. Okay, and that's the hot topic of the day. We're the media. Okay, Sean Mark said.
Matter of fact, I had one today. I'll have one tomorrow.
Sean Mark said they haven't even thought of a release or buyout Kyrie in today's interview. Yeah, I saw that. I'm sure that they are not planning on it because they're not going to say, "Oh yeah, we're going to buy him out," because then that just adds more fuel to the fire. They'll wait.
Oh yeah.
Because Stephen A. Smith also today said that that Joe Tsai wants a guy, that Joe Tsai doesn't really want to deal with him, that he's done. Like, I'm not saying he will get bought out, but don't be surprised. The Warriors are up by 16 and lost. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, how do you feel about them starting Troy Brown really quick? Because it's a little random to me, but like, how do you feel about that?
I like it. I mean, he's knocking down
No,
shots.
no,
He's
no.
one of our
I like
bigger
it too,
wins.
but I was just like, I mean, all right,
Yeah, he's one of our bigger wins. I mean, he's doing his part. Um, ooh, they got AD on Laurie Markin. That's good. Ooh, oh damn, come on. Good to see you guys, giving you your flowers while you're alive. Now, Lakers, let's go get this one. Well, thank you, Riverside. I
Hey.
appreciate you. Appreciate you. And yes, yes. It'll be a tough close game. Yeah, definitely. Damn, Jake, UNLV fan. That's got to be rough.
Yeah, every year, every
Uh,
year.
it's not, that's why he doesn't talk about it.
Exactly.
uh, what's up, y'all? Do y'all think Pat Bev will make a field goal today? Would y'all bet 5K on it, or would y'all be too scared? I think me saying design trade Pat Bev. I think he'll get a field goal today. I think he'll get some points. I probably wouldn't bet on
Honestly,
it.
he's looked the best in the preseason. That's the best, that's the
Yeah,
best Pat Bev we've seen all year.
he's been rough. But do y'all think LeBron is not taking this team serious because it feels like he's barely trying out there, not motivated to make great plays? I don't know. I mean, it does seem like that at times. It seems like he's just kind of out there just to be out there. Um, but I don't think so. I mean, I think it's also hard when guys aren't hitting shots and you're killing yourself, and it's
Yeah.
like, and then you drop the dime, and then nobody's making anything. Like it makes it a little rough. But no, I mean, also, he's been injured with what ankle soreness or whatever, and then
Yeah.
not just ankle soreness and one. Let's go. Not just ankle soreness, but he supposedly has had the flu, stuff like that. So I think it's a combination of things, if I'm being honest. Um, let's see
Because
where.
I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna do you think it's father time or just
No,
probably
I think it's a combination of things. I think it's
yeah.
probably several things kind of wrapped up into one. Um, the only reason I don't think it's father time, because a lot of people do, but the only reason I don't think it's father time is because a lot of it isn't like his level of play and things he does. It's his decision making,
That's true. That's
which
true.
is not like it's not, like you could be 90 and as long as you're not losing your mind,
Yeah.
like
As long
so
as you're not
that's
making silly passes, shooting a freaking 3 ball from half
yeah,
court when
exactly. They're all quiet, Blecka. They're all quiet because I was right. Uh, LeBron is shooting 44% from the field this year. That's down in Kobe's territory. Yeah, especially for LeBron, the higher percent. I hope LeBron doesn't start chucking up Thursday. I hope so too. I hope he just
yeah, let's hope.
sticks to the game plan. Stick to the
Right?
game plan. What's going on from Chile? Thank you so much, Lakers Nation, Steeler Nation.
Chile.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ron. What's up again, y'all? What's up? What's up? How you both
What's
doing today?
up?
I'm
Snowing live.
wonderful. What about you, Jake?
I am good. I'm good.
Good. Good. Nets just making more of a mess. The front office needs to be treated. Fact. I mean, they are. I mean, you want to talk about dysfunction? They are dysfunction. Like they are just man.
Yeah.
They're
I think you know what? I think you're right. Just clear the roster. Let's start
clear the whole thing.
over.
Start over.
Let's just start from ground zero. Let's get some good solid players in here.
That you know what? You know what else? Just speaking of the Nets organization, like they're so backwards on everything too, right? Because all the stuff that they said about Kyrie, they're willing to go and bring in Ime Adoku, right? Who was accused of like sexual harassment and stuff.
Your video from earlier. If you guys have not seen it, go check it out.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
and not just that, but Joe Tsai, as he's like the whole. I got to be careful how I phrase this because YouTube's really strict. Because YouTube's just so strict on this stuff.
No, I understand. Yeah.
I'd say exactly how it, but it's just YouTube's just so strict that I don't want the stream to get taken out. But anyway, Joe Tsai, if you don't know what I'm talking about with Joe Tsai and the whole situation, just look it up. Joe Tsai like has done far worse things and has failed to denounce and like, I mean, you're talking like people dying and stuff. And like nobody's talking about that. But Joe Tsai can come on and criticize Kyrie and talk about Kyrie and how Kyrie is, a terrible racist because he won't denounce this stuff and blah, 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 blah. But what were you doing when like people are literally dying because of your decisions? Like, oh, but you're a billionaire businessman, right? Okay. Again,
Yeah.
it's hilarious. It's just so backwards. It makes no sense to me. But hypothetically speaking, of course, if the Nets offer Kyrie for Russ and only one protected first, do you guys take that? I would do everything in my power to not give up one first, but if it push came to shove, yes. And the reason is because there are benefits to getting Kyrie this year. One, his bird rights if you trade for him, so you can go
Yeah.
over the cap to re-sign him. Two, you kind of get them integrated now and early rather than having to figure it out next year. So if it doesn't work this year, then you kind of at least have the basis and the framework. Three, you probably can get him on the cheap, right? Because his stock is so low right now. So
Yeah.
his max is like 37 million, whatever. You could probably get him right now. Like if the Lakers traded for him today, you could probably get him for like 20 million a year, if not less. Because your whole argument is like, we're all you have.
Well, yeah, if you want to continue to ball, then
he's never getting a max again, regardless. So it's just how cheap can you get Kyrie for? And so if you can get Kyrie for like, 10 million or 10, 15 million, that's beautiful. I don't think you'll get him that cheap, but I think you can get him pretty cheap. Is Russ out here balling again? I wasn't
oh yeah, he's got to add one a few plays ago. Yeah, Russ is out.
Yeah, I just saw a couple highlights.
Russ is out here.
Where's the? Yeah, it looked like he got.
Russ is out here throwing no look passes and one.
Yeah, I saw the dime, but I didn't see the bucket.
Hey, like Russ's like I mean he's shown flashes of like his crazy passing like throughout the years, but like his passing this year, like I said, just puts a smile on my face.
Yeah,
it's improved.
Really, it has. Yeah, Russ got an assist and a bucket in 2 minutes. I like it. He's contributed 4 points, 2 minutes. Troy Brown's over here, 7 points. Him and Davis got all our points. Let's go. But hopefully AD dominates tonight since we don't have Gobert 3-time defense champion. There's no more. Yeah. Well, I mean, so far he's looked good. He's got 7 points. I wish you would leave the Kyrie talk alone. He's not the only guy. That's the topic right now, and I'm trying to grow the channel. Believe me, I even made a video about something unrelated to Kyrie earlier today and yesterday. I've made videos every day about not Kyrie, but Kyrie's the topic for right now, and got to talk about it. Trying to grow the channel. We're small.
Not channels. To mention, we are like very close to getting him. He's a huge asset for the team. Like
that's very true too. Yeah, look, I get it. Believe me, I'm sure people get sick of it, but. Trying to grow the channel. We're small channels. If we were at 100,000 subscribers and stuff, then it'd be a different story because then anything I post is going to do well. But right now, I'm trying to grow. I have a goal. I'm trying to reach 10K by the end of the year. I only have 2 months left to do that, and I'm only at 5,500 or whatever. Kyrie is the biggest story right now. Exactly. Thank you, Speed. That's for Speed. I guess if it's lottery protected, that doesn't matter. Yeah. Sorry, trying to find some. Nick just gaslighting Kyrie to make a name for himself. Exactly. It's just all that was. See you after the game, Speed. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'll definitely do the post game as usual.
Celtics fan.
Jason. Nah, Jason, you're awesome. I appreciate you as
coming
always.
In with the Clovers.
I know. He's just trying to rub it in. I'm surprised he didn't have Clovers and Stu because he just likes to hurt me. But I appreciate you, Jason.
Stu as in like Stu Macher?
Yeah, as in Stu Macher.
Got you.
Yeah. What's going on, Rich? Rich said, Ty, what's your opinion of Russ's attitude during the last post-game interview after the W? He didn't look too thrilled with the win. I just think Russ hates the media. Like I said, I don't care what he says or does, like off the court. I mean, unless it's like something like detrimental to the team. You know what I mean? But like, if he wants to tell the media, after every question to go F themselves, I don't care. Like, what does he do on the basketball court? And right now, in 2 minutes, he's got a bucket and an assist, and is looking good. So, like, that's all.
And in each of these games that he's actually he's been pretty consistent all season so far. But each of these games that he's came off the bench, he's been really solid for us.
Yeah, so. He's been great. Not just that, but like, here's the thing too. Is Russell Westbrook happy that he's coming off the bench? Probably not. He probably
He
hates.
looks happy on the court, though. He looks like he's having
Yeah,
fun.
because he's in the flow of the game. He wants to be their first teammate. Like Russ has never been like as bad as he is. Russ has never been a bad locker room guy. Like every single team he's been on with players that he's been with, they have all talked
That's
and
true.
stuck up for Russell Westbrook and have all said how great he is. Like he wants to be there for his team. Like does he hate coming off the bench? Probably, but I don't care if he hates it. Is he buying into it and is he actually playing the role? As long as he's doing that, I am all for that. I could care less. If he hates it, like we all have to do things we hate. You know what I mean? So all I know is Cleveland has a squad. Don't sleep on them. Go Celtics. First off, Celtics are two. Second off, Cleveland does have a squad. So Cleveland looks scary, man. They look good. Yeah. Reporter asked.
Hey, those Celtics might make it out of the East this year. They might. I don't know.
Don't worry about that. That ain't gonna happen. Reporter asked controversial because that's what that's all controversial question. Yeah, that's all they care about. They just want the headlines and the man. Bev hit a three. This is not true. I know. Yes. You should do a collab with Dan, the Laker fan. I think you two would have great things to say about the Lakers. Yeah, maybe sometime I'll do that. I didn't even know who. I never even heard of Dan, the Laker fan, until like a month ago, something like that. Somebody else mentioned it, and we're like, oh, you should bring it up. And then I'm trying to remember where I first heard. Maybe it was Laker Nation. Maybe he did like I think that's what it was, something like that. Because I've seen people comment DTLF, and I like always like since I started doing Lakers. And I always was like, I wonder like what that meant. Like I thought I always was trying to like figure out what that meant. And then like somebody put like the Dan, the Laker fan thing. I was like, oh, okay. So like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm always down for collaborations, stuff like that, especially with people like that. Like I've done a couple on other Laker channels. Like I did Kareem and Elder's show before. That was awesome. I did LA Sports Live. I did that with them. Dan, the Laker fan. I mean, let him know. He probably doesn't even know who I am. Like even like Lakers Nation, like people always be like, "Oh, Lakers," and I'm like this and you and Lakers, and I'm like, Lakers Nation probably doesn't even know I exist. And I don't know if it's true, but I've had a couple people tell me that they know who I am because they've mentioned me before. But but here's the thing: the name of the channel is As It Stands, right? So like As It Stands is like a common like like you could say As It Stands, like that's why I like the name, like As It Stands, like this. So like I don't know if people like maybe heard, because I've heard Trevor Lane is the guy's name for Lakers Nation. I've heard him be like, oh yeah, As It Stands currently, like with the thing and like say his point. So I'm wondering if people hear that and they're like, oh, they're talking about Tyler from As It Stands, like, oh, they know the As It Stands. Like, I mean, look, if they do know who I am, that's awesam. Like, I appreciate it.
I'm time stepping this.
Yeah, I'm
time
glad
stepping this moment right here.
I'm glad that I am making enough waves, for the bigger YouTubers in the Lakers space. But yeah, I mean, I am always open to do collaboration stuff like that. I don't even know if Dan knows I exist, but if he does, I would. I'm all for it. So, Rich, let him know. Tell him, be like, you should have As It Stands Lakers on your channel, and maybe he'll let me come on. You guys gonna do a post game show for this game? Yeah, I definitely will over on the Lakers channel, As It Stands Lakers. Jake, if you want to join me, you're more than welcome. I know it's gonna be late where you're at because he's 2 hours ahead of me, so it'll be like almost 1 a.m. where he's at by the time the Laker game's over. So that's usually why he doesn't come and do those with me, because he's usually sleeping. And then what happens first? Lakers get 15 wins or Screen 6 trailers drop. That's tough.
Dang.
Well, so I don't think the trailer comes out till December. So yeah, no. So we'd be at like
the fact that we even have to think about this is
30
crazy.
games. The trailer might actually come out first because we might not play enough games. We might not play, depending on when the trailer comes out. We might not even play enough games to get to 15 wins, depending on when it comes out. So do we have
a release date yet? Is that up?
No, we don't. Unfortunately.
Are you excited? I liked the last one. I did. I did. The last one actually impressed me. Yeah, it did.
Agreed. Oh, Russ draining threes. Russ is over here killing it. Let's go. He's already got 10
Did you
points.
did you see that pass to AD?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
Beautiful.
was like, I know that was
gorgeous. I love it.
Come on, Jazz don't want it. Come on, y'all. I don't want
We
it.
need to get this W.
That's right.
Martin, man.
Come my boy Reeves back in. Go to work, Reeves.
Martin is disgusting. I don't.
Yeah.
He hurts my feelings. Is what he does.
Russ with another 3. They need to call more plays for Reeves though.
Yeah, they need to. Oh, let's go! AD hitting threes. Let's go. They need to set up shots for. Good. Get out of there. Get the rebound. They need to have Reeves shoot more threes, man.
Oh yeah.
They do. They need him to shoot more threes, a lot more threes. Because he's like the only guy, or he was. I think Matt Ryan is now.
Yeah.
But he was shooting like 42% or something like that from 3, but he was only taking like 2 attempts a game.
Yeah, I think Matt Ryan's actually the best. Well, percentage wise, I won't say consistency, but
yeah. Russ just hit back-to-back threes. What? I know. I love it.
Right?
I love it. Russ is lethal. He's lethal. See, look.
Matt Ryan just missed one.
Yeah. All right. These guys need to get it done. But anyway, we're at the end of the chat. We're an hour in. Let's get on out of here. What anything else that you want to say departing words for? Anything you want to say to these beautiful people?
We will definitely get 15 wins before the screen. Hopefully before the trailer drops.
Like,
that has my mind on now. I'm like, wait, what? We should like start like a little like thing. Yeah, because I'm very curious. Very curious. Yeah. Let's see how many games we have until then. See if we can't get it done.
See ya. Bro, my phone stopped working and Russ and AD hit threes. You got to be kidding me. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Jason, thank you so much. But yeah, anyway, we're just getting on out of here. As always, don't miss the post-game show over on As It Stands Lakers. We'll do the post-game show after the game, per usual. Jake, if you're up, more than welcome to come join me over there. As always, don't forget to subscribe here. If you're not subscribed here, I'm pretty sure all of you are. But if you're not, for whatever reason, subscribe here. Don't forget to like the video. It really does help us after the stream to kind of get more viewers, stuff like that. Tell your friends, tell a dog, tell a cousin, sister, brother, whatever. Let them know. Subscribe here. Subscribe to As It Stands Lakers. Sooner or later, Jake's got to get his own channel doing something. Whatever. But for now, it's just me. So yeah, go subscribe to me and only me. And but I appreciate all of you so very much. Seriously. Jake, as always, thank you. I appreciate you. And, you guys know the drill.